Are you currently in the midst of preparing for the 3.0 update and stressing about all the things that all of the content creators are telling you that you need to do? Well, don't worry. I'm here today to put some perspective back into things and tell you what you don't need to do. Don't forget to like and also subscribe, but let's get into this. You may see other players restarting left, right, and center, but I am here to tell you, you do not need to. It may be tempting, and yes, we do have time for you to get to a point where you are kind of semi-happy with a potentially new island, but it does take a lot of work to get your island to 3 stars, and if you've poured countless hours into your current island, you may not want to fully stop, so do not feel that pressure to restart. One of my main reasons for saying this is because of one of the key features that is coming with the 3.0 update, and that of course is the introduction of slumber islands. And for decorating these islands, your catalog will pull from items that you have already had in your possession before. Yes, you could spend a whole day cataloging new furniture on your island, but honestly, if you want to save yourself the time and boredom of doing this, then keeping your current island will help you get a head start, as you will likely already have a good catalog of items. If you are getting that itch to restart, why not try doing a new theme, maybe shake up some of the decorations you currently have on your island, or instead you could flatten your island, or maybe not the whole island, but you could do a particular areas and do some renovations instead. This way you can still have that feeling of working on something new, but you don't have that totally blank canvas that is a little bit daunting at times. There are clear arguments for and against restarting, but personally I am just going to stick with my current island on my Switch 2 and just slowly progress, collecting up all the items I may want to use, maybe grabbing some extra bells and Nook Miles until we hit the very exciting date of January 15th, where the update will launch. In quite a similar vein, you also do not need to rush to finish your island if you are kind of an avid decorator. As satisfying as it is to have a nice finished island, speedrunning and decorating may lead you to not feeling happy with all of that hard work you have put into it. And as someone who kind of had an island that was half finished when the 2.0 dropped, I was quite upset that I didn't get to use all of those new furniture pieces in it. So I then had to go back round and kind of add to the new items, but I didn't go all the way into it because then I wanted to restart and just play around with all the new items. So there is the potential for that to happen as well. Also, if you do finish decorating your island, you may struggle with how to actually finish your time until the update actually drops. Then you will really get the itch to hit that restart button or flatten your island, and then you will have a whole blank canvas all over again when the update does drop, which is not probably the best situation to be in. My main island currently is on my Switch 2, and as I said, I'm going to be slowly progressing with it, but I'm definitely not going to put that pressure on myself to get it fully decorated before the update drops, as I just know that I'm going to kind of get burnt out and then I'll want to restart it all over again. If you've just logged back into the game, had a little head shake, and then nearly suffered a heart attack when you ran around your island and discovered all of it overgrown with weeds, do not panic, okay? Just don't stress about it. You're not going to have to spend the next couple of months trying to pick up all of those weeds, unless perhaps you want to complete the Greedy Weeder accomplishment, then that's totally up to you. Anyways, if your island is a mess and you aren't quite ready to get back into the swing of things, then of course our guy Rossetti is going to help save the day, as with the press of the button, after the update you will be able to clean up all the mess you currently have. So this doesn't just apply to weeds. I know I mentioned weeds, but obviously this applies to furniture and other pieces, because it will just be able to kind of one fell swoop pick everything up. So even if you don't have a particular area that you don't like, this is also going to help you. It's obviously not that hard to pick up all of the items, but essentially what I'm stressing is don't worry if your island is at a point where you're not happy with it. I have been told about a million times to clean up around my dock, but I'm not really sure this is mega urgent either. And honestly, part of me is a little bit curious about what will happen if I actually leave furniture here. Will it just disappear into oblivion, or will it remain sat there? There is only one way to find out. So I have a sneaking feeling that I may just leave some items lying around near my dock just to see what happens. It's for science after all. Animal Crossing burnout is a phrase that is bounced around left, right, and center, but when you play the game constantly for hours on the end, it can be a very real thing. It's quite common with anything. When you put countless hours into it, you need a break, and that is only healthy. And I get it. The announcement has just happened. We are all very excited, and a lot of you will be picking up Animal Crossing for the first time in months, maybe even years. But irrespective of your plans between now and January, just keep in mind that you may not want to go too hard, playing too much before the update actually drops. Otherwise, you may pick up the game and then think, I actually don't want to play this, and not even be in a position to enjoy those wonderful new features. I have played Animal Crossing New Horizons pretty consistently since 2020. I mean, look at my hours. Thank you, Nintendo, for highlighting that to me. But I may have gone through spells where my interest in the game dropped significantly, but I've always picked it up again. And I think the way that I have not stopped losing interest in the game altogether is by taking breaks. And I definitely recommend trying other games to fill your time so you're not just stuck with Animal Crossing, because there are plenty of other great games out there that I know you will enjoy if you are an Animal Crossing fan, and I have a lot of recommendations on my channel if you want to find something new. I am in a very fortunate position and I own a Switch 2. I was on the fence when it first came out because I personally don't think that there were enough exclusive titles currently that warranted me purchasing one. And I still do believe that, even though I own the Switch 2, and honestly, most of my gameplay has just been on Animal Crossing, which I don't need a Switch 2 to do. But do you actually need a Switch 2 to enjoy this update? In my opinion, absolutely not. And if I didn't already own one, I would not be rushing out to buy one just for this update. If you don't own the game, you can purchase a Switch 2 version for £54.99 UK pounds, or you can pay for the upgrade if you already own the game, which is just over £4 or $4.99. I don't think this is too unreasonable price, as the pack does come with some interesting features, such as the ability to use your megaphone to speak to your villagers, the ability to use your Joy-Con as a mouse, and being able to have 12 visitors on your island. The Switch 2 version also improves the graphics of the game, but generally, the loading times on the Switch 2 are a lot better irrespective of the upgrade or the version. Although most of these things are nice to have, I don't think any of these things are going to have a major influence on the game or how you actually play. For example, the megaphone is cute and a very good way to locate villagers, which is a source of frustration. Also, the 12 villagers is great, the more the merrier. However, we all know how long it takes to get friends to visit your island, so if they haven't changed this or sped it up a bit, then this feature may not be as great as it seems. Since owning my Switch 2, I have never used the mouse feature, and I'm not sure I would with Animal Crossing either, mainly because I'm not a huge custom design creator, and if I'm playing handheld, I'm usually either in bed or on my sofa, so I'm not sure how comfortable I would be using it as a mouse or if it would even work on those surfaces. But overall, let's face it, the good stuff is actually in the free portion of the update, which is available for both the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, and that is really what I'm most excited for. And as we can do this on the Switch 1, who needs a Switch 2 right now? And finally, I do consider myself a realist. Yes, I get excited about things, and yes, I do get a little bit delulu about things at times as well. And after the trailer release, it is so easy to look at every little tiny thing and come up with lots of theories about what will be in the update and what Nintendo may have hidden for us. Currently, I have seen a lot of speculation and conspiracy theories circling about the update. I think part of this has been fueled by the fact that Nintendo did not feature in the trailer the ability to craft from storage. Instead, they kind of snuck it in on the e-page, which was a bit of a strange move. As fun as these theories are, I am just a little bit worried, and I don't want it to come to update day and people expect thousands of new furniture pieces and some crazy new additions, which Nintendo just omitted from the trailer. When the 2.0 version dropped, the majority of the new features that we saw in the Direct were featured in the version, and there wasn't all that many surprises, particularly when it came to gameplay. Obviously, that doesn't apply to furniture items, as they couldn't exactly feature all 9,000 items that were added, but it would be silly for them not to highlight all of the new additions and the features that were in the trailer. So here is kind of like a little gentle reminder not to get carried away or sucked into these conspiracy theories, because it can only end with disappointment. And at the end of the day, this whole update was a surprise. So honestly, I am going to take whatever new content, whatever new features I can get. I'm just excited that we are getting Animal Crossing New Horizons revived again, even if it's just for a little moment. Let me know in the comments how you are preparing for the update. What are you doing to prepare? What are you not doing to prepare? But I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon with another one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.